Welcome back, humans! You know what day it is, and I'm back with another end of the week vent session or beginning of the week, however you want to look at it, because it's a holiday. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, before I get started, I would appreciate if you would hit that like button, smash that subscription, and turn on your notifications because I'm here twice a week, and my name is Jaime, and I'm ready to get on with some vents. A lot of weird stuff happened during this weekend, man. It was a lot of weird things. You know, like I said, I'm even doing this on the holiday day. You know, where everybody's got the day off, I'm going to do the vent on this day. Because there was just a lot of stuff going on. And, you know, like over here in Michigan, we just had a gas leak over here in Flat Rock, Michigan. There was a big time gas leak where they needed evacuations. And so they called the company I work for, this construction company I work for. They got in touch with them, I guess, with the owner of the company, who volunteered like our company services to help out with PPE, like protective equipment, and like safety vests and things like that. So they called some people in, and me and a partner of mine, you all recognize them from earlier episodes, One Take Will. We got there and showed up and, you know, loaded up as many safety vests as we could and took them over there to the city hall over there and basically volunteered some time there. They were asking people to go door to door and help evacuate because it was like a severe gas leak. You know, I hope everybody out there is safe. Pretty much the reports we'll be getting, everybody is safe. And it was just pretty wild, man, you know, and I'm just glad we could help. You know, it was like last minute, you know, people were all doing things on the weekend. I just had to have an open window at the minute, so you know, I took that opportunity and we went and helped out. You know, it didn't take long. You know, we went there and got the stuff together what we could, and went there and dropped the things off, and you know, hopefully helped out. You know, hopefully helped out any way we could, and hopefully everybody's you know, hopefully they got to control and things like that. Just bananas. You never know, man. A crazy spark could, you know, cause an explosion, or you never know. I mean, the weather was great for the weekend. I don't know how you guys' weekend was, but the weather was great. I had a great weekend. It's coming to an end. You know, got to get back to the work grind and all that stuff. But it was a good weekend altogether. Like I said, had some great weather. And the weather's changing that you don't see, you know, like real quick here. Our Michigan weather is always weird. Sometimes we don't get transitions into other seasons. You know, they always say like, oh, you guys get 4 seasons. Sometimes we don't. It doesn't seem like we get 4 seasons. Only because, like, we don't get the transitions in the weather. You know, the weather, like, you know, the weather just be, like, just doing whatever it wants. You know, the weatherman would be like, the weatherman's usually only accurate when they tell you it's going to be, like, humid and hot. But they never get it right when they tell you, like, if it's going to, you know, be cold or nice when it's, like, cold outside. They'll be like, you know, we could be looking at some, you know, 40 degrees, 50 degrees, and it's just going to stay, like, around 26. You know, they never get that right, but when they tell you like it's going to be sticky and humid, that's the only time they get it right. Like, look, it's going to be hot. And then everybody's like, you're right. You know, because over here it gets hot when they tell you it is. I don't know. But, so yeah, we had some great weather, like I said, and we don't get no transitions because it was like you were wearing shorts and tank tops, and then at nighttime you needed hoodies and, you know, jeans and shit. You know, that's how it was going. But I like that weather when you can wear whatever you want, you know, be comfortable in like both settings, but you don't always get that. You might get like one to three good perfect days where you could do that kind of stuff around here. Or if you're in the right spot at the right time, you know, you could do it. Or right part of the day. You might get like a 2-hour window, and then you got to go change or something like that. But, you know, the weather's changing. It's getting towards fall. You know, Halloween's coming. You know, my favorite. I can't wait. I'm excited. At the new house, you know, get to see the new trick-or-treaters and hand out candies and all, see all the new cool costumes this year. And that's a new thing coming out. Like, there's so many new possibilities for costumes now. I mean, you can go creepy, scary. I mean, there's so many new scary versions. You know, like I said, there's those Karen masks. You know, you can do Karen zombies. You like she be complaining like you weren't dead the right way, or you know what I'm saying. You needed that license to be dead. You know, the way she saw it. You know. But anyway, speaking of zombies, we got invited to a little get together over the weekend to visit some friends, and great time, But on the way there, it was just a weird, odd, interesting day. This whole day was just weird. Okay, so first of all, before I get to this the party invite, I had to go do some grocery shopping. We were going to the store, so I'm like, take this advantage to fuel up the vehicle while we're out. And then I stop at the gas station. So I go to the gas station, and I'm chilling, waiting. It looked like the pump was just about to open because it was kind of packed. It was like a vent. It was like I'm not even going to tell you where it is because it had like a really good gas price. And right now, gas prices are crazy. So I was like, this place was the shit. And I just waited patiently, and it just opened up, and I jumped in there. So I jumped in my spot, and I'm getting ready to go to the door. And as I go to the door, I didn't realize there was a woman there, and she had a shopping cart. I don't know if she was homeless, because it looked like her clothes looked clean. I don't know, but she did have a shopping cart with like a lot of stuff in it. And she was like, acting like she was in a race car, and she was like, smashing the trashing car, like smashing it all crazy on the, on the concrete, as I'm walking into the gas station. This woman was there. And everybody was kind of just, staring off, trying to avoid the lady, man. And it was kind of hard because she was like not that far from the door. And this is, like I said, getting close to Halloween. I mean, just it's already setting the scene already for fall, man. There's already some weirdos just, changing the game right now. Setting the bar high right now before even the leaves fall off the trees. Cheers, humans. So you could see every customer in there, not just me, kind of freaked out. Like, yeah, could I take her? Probably. But is she still scary? Yes. Because you don't want no kind of altercation. You don't know what's going on. You know what I'm saying? You just want to pay for your gas and leave. So you go in the store, and you're going to pay for your gas, and you're in line. And then the woman was in the store, and she goes in there and starts buying it. She goes in there and buys herself a soda or something, and she went in the quick line or something. I don't know how she even got in front of everybody because she ended up having a soda. I don't know where it came out of. She had a soda, and she just walked in the store and told me, man, I don't want this flavor. I'm going to switch it out. And I'm like, oh, no. Like, what's going on? Where'd she pull this magical, soda from? And did she already take a drink? Well, how did she know she didn't want that flavor? Like, I don't know what's going on. She came in the store. It was weird. And then on her way out the store, she was making all these horse sounds. She was like, and I'm like, oh, my gosh. You know what I'm saying? Like, and people, oh, my God. This is the wrong time to be doing that kind of shit when you're spitting around everywhere. First of all, you know what I mean? And so I'm trying to get my gas. The lady gets out. Then she comes back in, and she's got a speaker on her phone, and she's like playing all this weird music, and she's like rocking back and forth, and she's still making these horse sounds. And this line will not move, like for nobody. I don't know. This guy's bank card is messing up in the machine. I don't know what's going on. And like all of a sudden, he's just like the only dude working the register, and everybody's like, "What in the hell's going on?" We're getting like this America's Got Talent, uncensored version. And she's over here shaking the thing like the phone like it's a maraca while this music's playing, and she's making these horse sounds like, and I'm just trying to get my gas, and this line is not moving. And then finally one guy moves, and we get there, and the lady's looking, and behind him there's this woman, and she's trying to dig through her purse just to find some kind of cash so she can just like pay without her card. And she just, oh man, she needs more than what she's got. She had like $3. She's like, oh man, it's taking to work. So she puts her card in, but it works. And this other woman walks in the store while the lady's doing this maraca horse noise, and she kind of like gets too close to the lady's face, and she kind of just put everybody. It was like it gave me a little break in the atmosphere, just in time for me to pay for my gas real quick and go. So like she started doing the maraca dance, and the lady walked by, and it got like right by the lady's face, and she was like, "What the hell, girl?" And then the whole horse thing stopped for a second. She was like, and she like choked on her breath and shit, and like started fucking like the maraca beat came. Well, she went off beat, dropped her phone on the ground, and she was stumbling for her phone. She kicked to the side, and the other lady just walked through, and I was like, oh my gosh, thank you, Lord. And I just went through and paid for my gas real quick, and I seen her starting the horse thing back up, and then she followed some people outside, and then she was talking to the lady that scared her and yelled at her. She started talking to her kids, and she's like, you don't talk to them. She told him real quick, you don't talk to them. And I was like, man, this is where you bring in those messages like, children, don't do drugs. Because that was just wild. That was just a wild atmosphere going to the gas station, just going to the grocery store. And like I said, she had a NASCAR race in the parking lot before we even got in there. That's right, America. That's what happened. That's what was going on the Labor Day weekend. Somebody was just having an extra party going on that nobody else was invited to, but they were trying to invite people there. Like I said, she was doing that weird music show, and I didn't understand it. I didn't understand it at all. But I do know you shouldn't do drugs like that. You should not. You just stay away from that shit. Whatever that is, it ain't right. So she follows people out in the store, man, and she's like, grabs her shopping cart, and I'm trying to pump now. I got to pump my gas, and everybody's trying to pump their gas. They're all like pumping the gas, and then she's like walking in front of trucks and cars out there, and just like saying things you don't even know what the fuck she's saying. But I'm like, oh my god, she better not come to my car. She better not come to my truck. And, oh, man, she gets in front of this one guy's truck next to mine on the other side of the pumps. I'm like, oh, my gosh, I got like $6 to go. I got like $6 more to go. You were trying to get it. And I'm like, just like watching that shit. And that last fucking, when they do that last dollar, man, how the fucking machine just slows down. It's just like, oh, yeah. I'm like, oh, shit. And it seemed like slower than ever because you wanted it to go. You know what I mean? And it's going like, oh, my God, let's just get this gas in there. And then she get by the truck. Just as she got by the truck, I already threw the thing in the pump and shut my truck door, locked it, and started the engine, and we was out. Like, just in the nick of time, man. Just in the nick of time. So we get home, do the grocery thing, put all that stuff away, getting ready for the party. And now we're out ready for the party. And we're on our way to this party. And you think, we're talking about the weird event already. Like, man, that was wild. It was wild. That was something you just don't see. You see some crazy shit all the time. And we should have TikToked it. No. You one of those missed events. Now it's just like those crazy events. Like, man, I should have TikToked that shit. That one would have went. People would have watched that one for sure. Because the ones I put out, nobody watching. No, I'm just playing. But you just missed those events. You just missed those opportunities. You kind of think like, oh man, should I pull out my phone? This person looks like they have no balance whatsoever. And then you don't pull it out, and then there goes the fall you missed. You could have TikToked it. But anyways, we're on the way to this party. Chit-chatting, music blasting. We get to this intersection. And it was kind of like a lot of traffic out there. It's a holiday weekend, People were going everywhere that night. So you're trying to get in this turning lane to make this turn. And we're getting there and we're waiting our turn. And then around the corner comes this dude in scrub pants and like a half-torn shirt that was like, looked like a tank top on one side, but had like a sleeve on this side. Like when, I don't know if you guys remember the Cosby Show when like Theo, his son or whatever, Theo Huxtable, they tried to make his sister, I think, tried to make him this fashion shirt that cost all this money and had him all like different lengths of the shirt. You know what I'm saying? Like this was like a tank top over here, and this one still had kind of like a sleeve on it. And the dude was walking like he had a hula hoop on each leg, and then he was looking for landmines. And then while he was doing that, this hand was churning butter, and this one over here was like making origami and gang signs. He was doing, people used to say like, tapping the top of your head and doing that belly thing. I can't even do that. I still can't do it. But that thing, you know what I'm saying? It's hard to do. This guy was doing like 5 things with each limb. And he looked like a damn zombie. That's what I mean, dude. There was a zombie. He was walking and he was like, whoa, and his arms were doing all this weird stuff. And I was like, or it looks like them when you see them horror movies and they're like possessed and they're like all contorted, like, moving all weird, man. I was like, good Lord, man. He should be in the Jabberwockies dance group. This guy was moving so crazy. He was just like moving. I was all like at the corner, and he's like getting closer to the cars, and I'm like, man, I'm gonna accelerate and try to make a move away from this guy because he was like just kept coming towards the street, doing all these moves, like, or he looked like or like he looked like one of them fake kung fu masters like on LSD. He was just moving all like just wild, and like I said, like. Or if he stepped somewhere wrong, like something was going to explode too. His legs were just moving in this wild way. And his hair was super long, like I said, and his shirt and his clothes. It just fit the bill. Like, I'm like, he's turning into a zombie right now. I was like, should we do something about it? There's a giant grill on this truck. You make the call, babe. You know what I'm saying? And we were that scared in the truck while this dude was approaching, doing his kung fu, drunken master style of a zombie attack. It was wild. It was wild. And we made it to the party safely, thank goodness, and didn't see any more zombies. But they're out there. Be out there, people. They are out there. They are out there, and you got to beware. They're starting to pop out in the least spot, and they're coming at the wrong time. You don't show up at Halloween because you're just going to think, oh, that's just some crazy guy on drugs. Or is it a real zombie? It's going to be fine. You're going to have to find out if you want to throw them some change or something and they bite you. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to find out. We should invest in slingshots. So if you're going to help you're going to help the homeless or someone less fortunate and they're moving all weird, and you don't need to get that close. Just shoot the slingshot, and that way you can see if they're a zombie, because the zombie won't take the money. The zombie will probably just run at you and try to eat you. So then you're like, oh, that's the zombie. But you got a head start. That's all I'm saying. You got to be careful because you could run into the zombie. Slingshot should go on, slingshot stock. That's probably going to go up right now because of this. That's a helpful tip. You can test while you're going to alley. I always walk down this alley when I go to Greektown. And there's a couple homeless people. All right, this one guy's looking a little sketchy. He's moving different. Look at his shoulders. Look at his shoulders. Look at his neck. Let me see the slingshot. Pull the slingshot, honey, out your purse. And then you get the slingshot, and you shoot the coin at him. Okay, he took the quarter. We can go on. Then we can give him $1. We can give him $1. We can go get him $1. Otherwise, if you don't take the money, he's still all twitching, and you ain't going that way. That's a zombie. You better run for your life. Because you don't know what kind of zombies we're really going to have, because we saw so many versions in all these movies. If the zombies do come. If the zombie thing happens in the outbreak, are they going to be the ones that run really fast? Are they going to be the slow-ass, boring ones you can just, take around circles and, do whatever? Because we're brutal civilization. We'll probably have fun with this kind of thing. It'll probably all kinds of TikToks. They'll make the zombies do the crate challenge. Everybody's doing it. I've seen the police officer do it with his dumb ass. Good Lord. But you got to beware of the zombies. Like I said, Halloween's coming. Be smart. Everybody's really excited about Halloween this year. There's going to be wild costumes. You can be zombies, Karen zombies, crazy zombies, Tiger King zombies. You can mix anything with the zombies right now. A lot of things. I mean, it's going to be some. I wonder how many canceled costumes there's going to be. This is what's going to piss me off. All these, whoever started this cancel shit, y'all suck, man. Because comedy is you're messing with comedy. People got to laugh, damn it. We already ain't going to be able to do a lot of shit, and now you're going to mess with comedy, and it's just messed up. Comedians got to watch the jokes they say when all the jokes are hilarious, when they are race jokes and stuff. Because those, if you go back to any history, those are all the jokes that everybody laughs at. Whether you're talking about Mexicans, I'm Mexican, black, white, everything. All the jokes are funny, man. The jokes are hilarious. But I understand times are changing. But we still got to say funny jokes like that stuff. I mean, we got to keep it. Like I said, we shouldn't have to deal with, like I said, the past shouldn't make us. The past is supposed to prepare us. It ain't supposed to make us. So we should be able to oh, yeah, that was back then. We didn't do that. We ain't doing that now. So we should be able to still do comedy. I hope these costumes there should be funny politician costumes. All this stuff, I hope they don't just get canceled. Because there's so many funny things that's been in the media. And everybody's been so sensitive about. I'm just worried about Halloween. We're going to have to be back to vampires and werewolves and Draculas. Same thing as Draculas and vampires. I said them twice, damn it. And the mummies and the witches. I think that's what's going to ruin the costumes, man, is this cancel shit. I hope everybody just has a great sense of humor this Halloween. And whatever costume you want to do, just everybody have a good sense of humor. They're going to be like, I'm not giving you this candy because of how you're dressed. You know what I'm saying? You're dressed like a Republican. You're dressed like a Democrat. You're not getting my candy. And then, you got kids not getting candy because they wanted to be a politician of some sort or something because it was funny. I just don't want people to ruin Halloween. Get the Slingshot for that then. That way you don't got to tell, is that somebody trying to be I don't know, I better just throw that candy over there, and just shoot the candy to the kids, but in a slow speed. Maybe shoot them up in the air, let them laying down. I don't think the line drive would be the way to go. But I am excited about Halloween. I don't know. I'm thinking about a costume. I love dressing up every year. Sometimes we go to Halloween parties, which are fun, and I just like dressing up for the holiday even when I'm handing out candy at the house. So I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I got some old ones. I might pull out the old what do you call it? The old wardrobe of old Halloween costumes. Maybe mix something up and try to make something new, or maybe pull one of the old dusty ones out and try to change it up a little bit and make it a little more scarier or something like that. Because I don't really got a funny ones. I think most of mine are all scary. I made my own. I made my own mummy once. I did that kind of cool thing, and that was kind of cool. And so we'll see. I don't know what I'll pull out. Maybe I'll have to think of something a little creative. Like I said, I might mash them all together and do some kind of weird mutant of a Halloween costume. And I won't judge anybody else's other Halloween costumes because I planned on giving out candy. So, anyways, me and my wife, I got her a spa day for like Mother's Day. It was like a part of the gift. It was like one part of the gift was a little spa day and some other things. And so she was like, you should get a massage. You'll really like it. And I never got a professional massage before, And I'm like, I was always nervous. I was just like, I don't know, because what if I fall asleep, and what if I fall asleep, or and I'll get on, I don't want to fall asleep and be snoring or do something like farting. And I'll just be always I was so nervous that I'd fart, and I was always nervous that like I would wake up while they were massaging me, and like I'd be snoring and like have a boner or something like that. Because it's like that morning wood scenario. If you were super like relaxed, I was like super scared and nervous, so I never got a professional massage before. So I'm like, okay, let's go together. Why don't you come with me? You come together because I'm just nervous, man. I'm nervous. So she talks me into making an appointment. I do it, and we're gonna go. And the whole time there, I'm like a big old wuss, dude. I'm just like, man, I'm gonna fart. I'm just gonna be so nervous, man. They're gonna kick me out. I'm gonna get like a boner or something. I was like, I'm gonna do something wrong and embarrass the shit. And then I was like, you're gonna be embarrassed, because this is the place you go to, this and that. So I'm already like trying to talk the whole thing out, And she's like, just go, just relax. I get to the waiting room, and I'm already nervous. Like I said, my stomach's already turning. I'm like, oh my god, please let me just get a regular massage. Let me just get through this. And I'm just nervous, and with like all kinds of anxieties pumping through me. And all of a sudden, I'm just like starting to fart in the waiting room. I'm serious. Like all kinds of farts are happening in the waiting room. I mean, they're just like popping ones in the chair too. They're not like loud because there's nobody else there. And I was thankful that there was nobody there at the moment, unless they were all like, doing whatever, busy, getting massages or getting spa days. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in here nervous. I'm over here like pop, 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 pop. Letting all these farts off. Nervous as hell in the waiting room, and my wife's over here like, oh my gosh, and I'm like sitting here sweating like, oh man, dude, this is gonna be crazy. So when I finally get to the they finally call my name, and I didn't hear them at first. I'm just like so nervous because I'm over here farting in his chair, and I feel bad for whoever's got to sit in his chair, so I probably filled it up with like all the gas it could absorb. I'm serious, humans. So they finally call my name, and I'm like, I don't even hear them because I'm like, oh my god, this is gonna be crazy. And my wife's like, hey, it's your turn. I'm like, oh shit, it's time. And I look back at her and give her back that one look. I'm like, oh my god, here I go. So I get in there, and they can see I'm nervous. Like, you okay, sir? I'm like, I've just always been nervous to get a massage and this and that. And I explained everything. We all got a laugh out of it, and then it was actually okay. It was not bad. I didn't fart. I think I got them all out in the waiting room, so I didn't fart during the whole massage or get a boner or fall asleep or snore. So it was actually a really nice experience, and I think I made it all more of a big deal than it was. I let all my anxiety of over the years just accumulate, and then when I got a parent, and like when you're a parent, everything's exaggerated when you tell your kids not to do something. So I was like parenting out this whole scenario to myself, like, oh man, you're gonna fart and it's gonna be embarrassing, like all these things. So it actually was awesome. It wasn't even bad at all. So I recommend it for anyone who hasn't ever gotten professional massage. It's great. And just, get all the farts out in the waiting room like I did. I recommend that. Or just walk around the parking lot for a while. Because, man, oh, man, was I nervous before I started. But it was awesome afterwards. I left relaxed. My legs were like jelly. Everything felt really good. And I would probably do it again. And I recommend it for anybody. If you get a chance, I think you should do some preventative maintenance for yourself. Any humans out there, whether you start like a vitamin regimen or something healthy, want to cleanse or things like that. I think you should just take some time. And a lot of time, everybody's busy. I know I know that like schedules are crazy, but just one time, take a little bit and do something for yourself, because I never do that. You know what I mean? And that massage was amazing. That's all I got to say. It was great. And I told my wife, I was like, thank you for making me do it. It was awesome. You talked me into it, and it was a good time. And I just recommend anybody out there, if you don't, or is there a family member that knows somebody, or a friend or knows somebody that doesn't take time for themselves, you got to like just put something aside and make somebody just take a little time, and treat yourself. You know what I mean? I just think people need it, because that was really, really nice. I thought it was really nice. Nervous before, but after the whole experience, it was awesome. So I recommend that to anybody, any humans out there. And on with some Vince. So, I found some more online order disasters. Okay, so, like I spoke about my issue when I ordered the TP. There's been other problems. But, one time I actually ordered a pair of shorts, and I thought these shorts were going to be like, I got the right waist size, but I didn't know they were going to be for big and tall. And these shorts came over here, and they were like, man, they were crazy shorts, man. They were like bell bottoms, almost like bell bottom capris. They went like way past my knees in the middle of my shins, and then they were like super wide. But they were like, the waist was good, but the shorts were just crazy. But anyways, I've got some here I want to share with you. This individual here ordered some mugs, and they wanted to get them for Christmas. And apparently the pictures show these two mugs, but it's supposed to be a before and after picture. The dark mug you see is supposed to be the mug original color, and then when you put coffee in it, I believe, it turns into this blue, sky blue sunlit Christmas day. It even looks like there's a black Santa on it. I don't know. I could be wrong, but it does look kind of like a black Santa. It's kind of cool. It's progressive. But when they got their cup and they ordered it, this is what they got. They got both pictures on one mug. I would have been so mad. I guess there's no, when you order something, they should have that description in there, like this is specifically what it's going to look like. And they don't say that. In this picture, they show one picture of two different mugs. But when they got their mug, they got the before and after. And I thought that was hilarious. And this dude was just being funny, and I think he's a good sport about it. And I guess he ordered this tent, and they said it was a 2-person child's tent, and he thought it was an adult tent. So when he ordered it, this is what he got. Looks like a damn hat. He looked like a damn umbrella hat. And here's another one, like I spoke before, when the guy thought he was getting that Star Wars, collective, picture. This woman saw these pajamas and thought they were cute. Oh, these are great. I wonder what that design is. Looks nice. And then when she got her order, they were all sexual positions, like pornographic sexual positions. Like, this was worse than Kama Sutra. There was, like, crazy stuff going on here. And they were all dressed like biblical type people. It was weird. Or like Roman times. And all over the pajamas that look cute from far. But then when you look in, it's like, whoa. Whoa there. You got a little more than you asked for on that one. That's for sure. And again, you got to check the dimensions. Read the descriptions really good, because this individual bought a room rug. Thought he was buying something for the room, a big-ass rug. And when he got it, the shit was sized like a Kleenex. You got a little baby Barbie rug. Barbie genie rug. I'd be mad about it. And let's see what else we got here. Okay, this one I thought was funny. It would have been a good sport about it too, and it's really hilarious. So they ordered a cake for someone's birthday, and they asked to put a little blonde girl on top of the cake because it was her birthday. And when they arrived to pick up the cake, the person must have miscommunicated because they put a little blind girl on the cake, not a little blonde girl. I've gotten birthday cakes all the time where they spell stuff wrong, and I'd just be like, whatever, fuck it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to go back. And but that was pretty great. Yes, for a blonde girl, and they gave you a blind girl. Okay, this one is great. This one's like one of the top notch, top notchers. They ordered a wolf tail. They were looking for speaking of Halloween, they were ordering a wolf tail for their costume, and when they arrived, they ordered this off eBay. This is what they got. And she, replied, "I wonder how you attach this." Whoa there. That would be great. That's hilarious. That is a great gift. And when your kids are going back to school, your kids want cool backpacks. So the guy, the guy's uncle thought he was going to be real cool and buy his nephew a, Converse All-Star backpack. But when it arrived, it was the size of a freaking wallet. And this is all he got. Oh, man. And like I said, you got to read the labels on sometimes. Or sometimes just the labels are wrong, even if they read something you thought you were getting. And this person here ordered some jeans. And apparently they said they were 32-inch length. And when they got the jeans, they were not 32-inch length. They got a picture of the jeans that they're supposed to be like. And look when they look on, it looks like they got swimming flippers on. Like they're going scuba diving. Like over here scuba diving for real. You got to watch yourself. You got to watch yourself. So I've been scouring. I always like conspiracies. A good conspiracy is always great. The crazier the better for me. I really get into these, and I'm starting to think, there's a lot of these videos about like time travelers. Yes, humans, time travelers. But it's not quite what you think. It's like, it's always the ones you don't think. There's all those videos you find and all these links, and I'm like, I think we're looking in the wrong direction. Because I happen to find an individual I think has been time traveling and is a time traveler and has been doing it so much that he's starting to mix where he's at and getting all mixed up into things he's saying. So he's having all this trouble, and I found these clips of him and I wanted to share with you because I, like I said, this is only my opinion. It's just like I'm having fun with this little conspiracy and I think it's a great one. There's all these videos on time travel. That's why I blame time travelers with all these weird things that are happening. They weren't supposed to change shit. Somebody threw Kleenex in the wrong garbage can. I don't know what happened. You wanted them Jordan 6s and you took them and you took them back over here. Something happened. There's all this stuff and I blame time travelers. But I think this individual is a time traveler. And I think that's why he's all real confused a lot. And because I think his time things are getting mixed up. I just think his time frames are getting messed up. So you let me know what you think, humans. Here's a little audio, and I found a couple video clips of this time traveler, and I'm going to share them with you. And here we go. If it starts.
My grandpa was named Ambrose Finnegan. At his kitchen table I learned. I used to say, Joey, nobody's better than you, but you're no better than anybody else.
So he said he was a kitchen table once.
Maybe it's the Scranton. I got a little bit of a chip on my shoulder. Well, it is what it is because he is who he is. That's why it is what it is.
Did he sneeze?
He is who he is. Remember when he went on, he decided he was going to convince Bob Woodward what a smart guy he was. So he went on, smart guy.
See? I think he's getting confused.
I lead an effective strategy to mobilize true international effort to pressure, isolate, and punish China.
So, this is what I'm trying to talk about here, humans. I think this guy is I think he's a time traveler. I mean, listen to some of these things, man. I think his I think all these time frames are like looping in, and you don't know what to say. or he does know what to say, but he's like trying to say them without looping in a different parallel universes. I mean, check this out.
Folks, true international suffered the pressure.
That's wild, isn't it?
Isolated and punished China. Donald Trump thinks healthcare. Well, I'm sick and tired of smart guys.
See what I'm saying? Like he's got to be like in the middle of all these weird parallel time frames. I think he might have messed something up and like he's just overly confused on what time he might be in. And I think we should help this guy out, humans. What do you think? Like, what do you think about this? This guy could be time traveling. This could explain a lot.
I gotta admit, it's all within our power. It's all within our power.
You got to extend. I think it's because he's stuck in times.
It wasn't. We have put together, I think, the most extensive and inclusive voter fraud
See right here, he's trying to hold him.
organization in the history of American
Trying to hold the time and spot.
You don't have to cut those teachers and firefighters, police officers, and cut critical health care programs.
So what do you guys think? I think this guy could be a time traveler. What do you know? What do you think? What do you think? I don't know. This is just a weird thing that I just come across, and I'm like, wow, how could we not see this? How could we not see this sooner? But I don't know. I just don't know. But all I got to say is it is getting close to fall. You know, Halloween's just around the bend. And they're going to shove the holidays really quick in our faces. They're going to be like, here you go. Here's Thanksgiving. Here's Halloween. Here's Christmas. And Christmas will be here right around before you know it. And with Christmas, they're already I already saw like 2 Christmas commercials. Yeah, that's right, humans. I've seen Christmas commercials already. And I can't believe that I'm seeing these commercials already. They're like, what the hell, man? We didn't even get Thanksgiving football commercial yet or Halloween. You know, and I was talking about Halloween earlier, which I'm going to be doing some scary segments soon. My attempt at some scary segments. But anyways, I mean, Christmas, they're already saying, like, I saw a couple Christmas commercials. I couldn't believe it. So there was one I got real excited about, and I wanted to share with all of you. And I hope you guys like it. Because I'm excited about it. They were like taking pre-orders. And my game show creepy voice might come out of nowhere because I might turn into the guy who's doing the commercial. Who knows? But the Biden Christmas album is coming out. And you can pre-order yours now, humans. You can get the early songs and early classics like You Ain't Black. There were other songs on there called You Can't Celebrate the Birth of Jesus. There was another song called Transfer Day Prefer the And there was another crazy Christmas classic like Come On, Man. And you guys can't believe this, dude. You got to, oh my gosh. There was this other one, you're sitting by the fire, you're going to listen to Christmas songs, and it was like, give me your guns. I can't believe this, you know. Or, as a kitchen table, I learned a lot. Nobody will ever forget those Christmas classics. Biden's Christmas album is coming. And you'll never forget the ultimate Christmas classic. Afghanistan, who? Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And if you did, I would appreciate it if you would hit me with a like, hit me with a subscription, and turn on those notifications because I'm here twice a week. And my name is Jaime, and this has been another episode of Meant to Vent. Till next time, humans. See ya.